And thank you for watching NBC2 News Now, your 24-hour news and weather station in Southwest Florida. I'm George Solis. Here are the top stories in the news at this hour.
The snitching, that's a 5-year-old kid. Ain't no such thing as snitching. That's a 5-year-old kid died for no reason. He didn't do nothing to nobody.
It's been 48 hours since 5-year-old Andrew Foss was shot and killed, hit by a stray bullet that flew into his Fort Myers home. Tonight, his killer is still free on the streets. Investigators are working around the clock to bring someone to justice. And now, as NBC2's Sam Sweeney shows us, they're offering a $26,000 reward. Now, Sam Sweeney reporting, to be eligible for the reward and relocation, you need to provide police with information that leads to a conviction, not just an arrest. And today, community members are organizing a silent protest for this Sunday. Their message, stop the violence. NBC2's Brittany Weiner continues our team coverage. Brittany Weiner reporting, a local funeral home has offered to pay for all of the family's funeral costs if they choose to use them. All funeral arrangements are still pending. As if it wasn't reckless enough, Lee County deputies now say a hit-and-run driver had a child in the car with her. Deputies say Amanda Young led them on a dangerous chase with her 9-year-old brother in the front seat. This all started when Young hit a car yesterday in a parking lot near Lee and Sunshine Boulevard in Lehigh Acres. Deputies say she tried to bribe the other driver not to call 911 because she didn't have license or insurance. When that didn't work, she sped off, running at least one stop sign. Young then ditched her car and took off running, leaving her brother behind when he couldn't keep up. Investigators eventually found Young in some woods near 28th Street. She's in jail tonight. A bicyclist was killed today in Naples after he was run over by a recycling truck. It happened just before 7 this morning at the corner of US 41 and Thomason Lane. Within the last half hour, we learned the victim was 27-year-old Pedro Rodriguez. He was not wearing a helmet. The truck driver told NBC2 he didn't see Rodriguez. FHP is investigating. If Amendment 2 passes in Florida, you won't be able to buy medical marijuana in Naples. The City Council voted to ban dispensaries and treatment clinics within city limits. If an outright ban isn't allowed by the state, the city does have a fallback plan. Medical marijuana would be only sold in a small medical district. Today, supporters on both sides rallied outside City Hall. The district is owned by Naples Community Hospital. The CEO told his staff that medical marijuana is simply not the answer. Today, the Bonita Springs City Council voted to send a medical marijuana ordinance to a second reading. The proposal bans smoking pot in public. Marijuana dispensaries would also be kept away from schools, churches, and libraries. A final decision won't be made until after the November election. Tourist season typically begins in mid-November, but new information from Sanibel shows it may be starting earlier. In August, Sanibel City Council says nearly 8,000 more cars visited the island compared to last year at the same time. In fact, every month this year has seen an increase in visitors to Sanibel. As NBC2's Holly Hojic found out, traffic is increasing across the board in Lee County. Hello and thank you for watching NBC2 News Now. I'm George Solis.
He got tense and he started convulsing. His eyes were rolling. I still cry every time he still has a seizure.
1% of the children in Southwest Florida suffer from epileptic seizures. Colasanos Children's Hospital has opened the first and only facility between St. Petersburg and Miami where doctors monitor kids through night, searching for clues to manage this disorder. Tonight, NBC2's Natasha Verma shows us how these violent seizures can be devastating for children and their families. Today, the Naples City Council approved a new Hyatt House hotel. The new 183-room hotel will be built near the Naples airport, about 2,200 feet away from a runway. While council verbally agreed to the building, Councilwoman Teresa Heitman said the board could be opening up itself to a lawsuit without official approval from the FAA. Construction on the new hotel could start as early as January. Today marks the start of stone crab season. After 2 disappointing years, the forecast is cautiously upbeat, but you can be expected to pay more, anywhere between $13 to $25. Stone crab claws regenerate. Harvesters recommend only taking 1 from each crab so they can still defend themselves. The stone crab season runs through mid-May, and man, are they good. You're watching NBC2 News Now. And remember, for breaking news, weather information, and news online, you can log on 24 hours a day to NBC-2.com. I'm George Solis. Thanks for watching.
Stay connected on